Everyone told me to reach for the skies, so I put down the wheel and I went for the MOZA flight gear. Today I'm going to be looking over the MTP Throttle and MTLP panel, and this is the brand's first serious leap into this flight sim accessory market. And these peripherals are more designed for that high-end pilot. I mean, I have no idea what any of these buttons mean, but I'm learning. But overall, MOZA's goal is clear: total immersion, high fidelity, and fully customizable. So could this actually be someone's next must-have setup? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to start off with the MTP Throttle unit, which is MOZA's flagship HOTUS-style throttle system, which is right out the box a beast. Comes with dual throttle levers, which are CNC aluminium constructed, so they're absolutely durable. The Hall effect sensors on every single axis, which is perfect because zero contact means zero wear over time. The 27 programmable inputs, which is including 8 toggles, 5 rotary encoders, 4 push buttons, and a mini stick for cursor control or trim. Now it features this adjustability that you can actually manually tune where the afterburner or idle cutoff points are, which is huge for simming jets like the F-16 or the F-18. And if you are into that more realism, tactile feeling, there is a built-in vibration motor which simulates the afterburner ignition, engine spooling, and even like airframe stress in high G maneuvers, which to me blows my mind. Now there's also a dual stage trigger system paddle which can be used for wheel brakes, air brakes, or any sort of secondary axis, and this thing just looks the part. But then there's also that add-on, which is the perfect companion, which is the MTLP panel. And it's sort of like a Swiss Army knife. It sort of adds on and just gives you so much more. And it's actually inspired by an FA-18, which comes loaded with 25 programmable switches, including guided toggles, 5-position flap lever, a gear control, and mechanical lock. There's also the parking brake that has a push, pull, and twist mechanism, which actually replicates the real aircraft ergonomics. And then there's also the 2 magnetically dampened rotatory encoders for trim and light controls. But I must say my favorite thing is probably the reactive LED indicators. So these sort of change on your game peripherals, the gear up, burners engaged, flap extended. It sort of takes you from just playing that game to sort of real immersion. And obviously being new to this completely just was a whole new level of immersion for me. Now there is also a USB port for, I'm guessing, further expansion or firmware updates, which makes it more than sort of that one-off panel that everyone does. This is now like a start of a new ecosystem. And when it comes to the build quality, they are built like tanks, these things. The throttle base and handles are all like solid metal with, I believe, precision machined bearings on every moving point. And then the MTLP panel is using the aerospace grade plastics for the housing, but then all the toggles and rotary switches are all industrial quality, but that sort of satisfying clunk feel. Now, everything is tight. There's no dead zones. There's no wiggles. This doesn't feel like that sort of cheap hobby gear. This does definitely feel like you are training to be an actual pilot. So if you're into your sim rigs, this is definitely something that you might want to look into. Now, mounting-wise, both devices come with that standard 75mm Visa mounting pattern, or there is anti-slip rubber feet that you can have if you're just playing on the desktop. And then the brain behind this is all inside of the MOZA cockpit, which is actually the company's all-in-one software suite. So there you can set up 50+ inputs, assign macros, set vibration triggers, and customize your LED behavior. You can save profiles per aircraft, so if you want to fly the Hornet one day and then the next an A10, you're just one click away from a whole new setup. It also auto-detects your peripherals, so any firmware updates is literally one simple button. And the setup was plug and play. So whether that's in DSC World, Microsoft Flight, X-Plane 12, all switches were recognized instantly, so there's no wrestling with the third-party drivers or files. So what's my overall verdict? Well, as a new person in the flight sim, this is definitely a learning curve. There's so many buttons and features on this that I'm still learning today, so I don't know exactly every single switch on this. But when it comes down to it, the MOZA MTP Throttle and MTLP panel are not just good, they are insane. So if you are a serious sim pilot looking to replicate sort of this fighter jet fidelity, MOZA have just entered the chat, and at a slightly lower price point, might I say. They look sharp, they feel professional, and the customization is next level. So if this review helped you in any single way, hit the like, hit subscribe and notification bell, and let me know in the comments as well what plane is your favorite and what would you fly first on this MOZA setup. But other than that, if I've missed anything that you'd like to know more of, leave it in the comments below and we can get back to you. But always remember, capture, create, captivate, and I'll see you all in the next video.